A little bit tired.
Little bit tired.
What's up, guys? We are here at Ferropolis. It's Wednesday and a setup day. We are now currently preparing the car for some driving tomorrow. It's very hot today, so everyone is not wearing t-shirts. And we have lots of water, so we are going to be good. Currently, Susanne is changing the differential in the rear. We did the same ratio all year last year, and then we changed when it came to Germany, so we're just doing that now, so we don't have to do that during the practice. And I think it worked pretty well last year, so why do anything else than that? So, and Mats is currently preparing or fixing some issue with the new cover for the timing belt. The new cover is carbon fiber with the deletion of the hole that we had in the last cover that actually invited the rubber into the timing belt in Riga. But it was touching the crank. The cover was touching the crank pulley. So we are just grinding off a little bit now so it won't touch it. The car is working fine, the engine is running good, so yeah. Doing finishing touches on the car before the first practice. Just fixed the turbo housing, getting some helicoils installed. There is a lot of water in our paddock. Just completed 2 practice laps. It started out with heavy rain this morning. Actually woke up during the night of the heavy rain, and the track was very slippery, and our paddock has been flooding from lots of water and no drainage in the ground. So just been moving water all morning. But the track, it started to dry when I was going to go out, and we initially had the rain tires on. But as I was going to drive out on the track, the sun was coming up, and I suspected that the trail was going to be very dry when I was going to do my run, and decided to go back to the dry tires. And felt pretty good. Had to adjust the clutch stop before I did my run, because I didn't want to break my clutch. And it's been varying a lot. So when I came into the first corner, the clutch was not freeing out when I had the clutch pedal in the bottom. And when I pulled the e-brake, the car shut down. So mid-drift, during the first transition into the wall, the car shut down, and it happened on both of the runs. So we're gonna fix that. But other than that, the car feels good, engine is working fine. So yeah, just trying to find out what wheel ratio we're gonna run on this track, because the one we had last year, it's a little heavy on all parts except the first corner. So I'm considering doing fourth gear with a high ratio and then going down to third. Yeah, so just have to think about that. It's another risk. When you have to shift down during drift, it's always a risk that you can miss shifts. So I guess we just have to speak about it and consider the risks. And yeah, but yeah, having a good time, and got a good night's sleep. So this weekend is all about having fun. I'm really tired of the bad luck. Even hurt my foot in Riga when I was fixing the car. So yeah, just want to have a good time this weekend, and yeah, let's go. We are changing the ratio to 5.06 and going from 4.48. We are going to try a different strategy now, where we're going to start in second gear and go all the way up to fourth, and then downshift to third into the first corner, and maybe that will give me a better wheel speed through the corner. First time driving the drift car.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm shaky.
It was fun?
Very fun. Yeah.
It's
very unnormal.
Yeah, it's not quite the normal car to drive.
No, and my left leg with the clutch is tired.
It's really heavy clutch.
Yeah, very heavy.
So
it's not automatic.
No, that would have been nice. Actually.
Yeah. But it was
lots of fun.
Yeah, lots of fun. Yes.
Wish you could drive it on the track too. That would be cool. Maybe one day.
I will just crash.
I don't think so.
Oh.
Waiting for the second practice session today. We are feeling good, having a good time. Weather is dry, so quite happy with that, and trying the new gear ratio now. I really don't want to downshift this track, so I'm just gonna try to find the right gear to do third the whole way. So yeah, just trying different things. We have the time for it, so why not? Yeah. happened to the e-brake?
Mid-run.
Mid-run, it popped out like it did in Riga again. I guess the fix wasn't good enough there. So yeah, it looks like the same thing happened. The washer that holds the bolt that goes to the e-brake actually just destroyed the washer, so it popped out. And now we have to find a new solution that fixes it more permanently.
Yeah. So, kan du peka ut?
Yeah, so this is the pin. You see it's loose here from. So this is what pops out from the washer.
And what happens to the e-brake then?
It smashes the pad.
So I have no e-brake.
So the e-brake popped mid-run and lost my focus in the chase. It was really hard to chase without the e-brake, but managed to keep it together and do a decent chase run with the Oliver Randalu. Was a good practice session, but yeah, we have to fix this and get sorted. So now it's the night training next, and we have some time to fix it. So. What is special about this e-brake?
So what's special about this is a new prototype I made. So we've been producing some handbrakes, and after a while we saw a lot of stuff we wanted to change. We wanted to make it lighter and stronger. So this is made from DMEC 450 material. It's super strong. The design is all FAA designed to have the stiffness that it needs, as well as the pump itself is angled at 10 degrees, and the geometry when the handbrake is on is wrong, but we've tried as much as we can to ensure that the travel will ensure that the pump is going to the center, so you don't break the pump when it's going inside.
That's very smart.
As well, these ones, we don't like handbrakes that are loose.
Like
yeah, are loose. So these are made with two SKF roll bearings inside here. They're pretty small, but they are working really good and they can withstand a lot of force. And with these, you always have a handbrake that is on the correct place, works as it should, and yeah,
Nice.
hopefully works better for you.
Yeah, I thank you so much.
And in your colors.
It's like special custom for
Yeah.
me. Special for me. So now we are getting ready for the night practice. It's 8:25 p.m. So at 9 we will start to drive, and we'll see how dark it is. Hoping to get a little bit practice in the night with the dark. So again, use it for the bells. We got some underglow lights on the car now. Looks nice, and yeah, just doing some small preparations. Gonna test out the new e-brake from Kia. It feels really good already. So yeah, let's do this. Good morning, new day, Friday, qualification day. On my way to the car now. It's been waiting in the line for the first practice. Just got 30 minutes of practice, so I only think we're gonna do 2 runs, but yeah, it's gonna be fun, and yeah, let's hope for a good day. So we are live at the qualification. Just had some good practice at the morning and felt better than I've done all weekend actually in my lead position. Had a little mistake when I slipped the brake pedal in the first corner and came a little bit too deep, but managed to save it. So for a lesson of that, we're going to wash my shoes when I get in the car, because I think there was a lot of sand underneath my foot. So feeling good, feeling ready. Let's see what we can do. I love this track, running walls all the way, so yeah, I hope we can do a good qualification.
It's tough to see, but now result 2 is probably the most difficult zone on the track.
I think he went out there and was like, this is easy.
Yeah, no, I think...
Well, you go from a man that says this is easy and he has, to a man that could literally fly back to Norway for the speed he comes in here at, is of course the one and only Oliver Randalu, Dave. Who knows what to expect?
Absolutely, he's going to go for the walls here, that's for sure. Very wide from Oliver Randalu. I don't know how even any panel is left on this car after the season he's at. He's been on the roof twice this year in this car. And the transition's very, very early there, not getting all the way into that outer zone. It's a good run from Oliver Randalu so far as he takes it to the edge of the zone. This transition seems to be struggling. Everyone's struggling to get that wide line. They go too wide or not wide enough. It's showing that those marbles on the end of the track are the banana peel that they don't want to get out to. It's a great run from Oliver Randalu again.
Well, there we go. Looking at the end of the run there, and I think, yeah, look at that. These cars so gripped up. I think a lot of guys were worried that the circuit was still maybe a little greasy from the rain last night, so they put a little bit of extra grip in the car, and you can see that there from Oliver Randalu. The car didn't really want to float to the wall, and it made it difficult. An 88 on the board.
That's back to back.
We're like almost bordering 10 scores now in a row of an 80.
I've never seen anything like that before.
First qual run. What an insane level of driving there is today. Currently sitting 88 points. And I think that is actually below the mid-level of the driving. So to come high in the top 32 tomorrow, I'm going to push a little harder. I know what I need to do. I was cutting the line a little bit into the initiation and didn't reach the wall fully in the outer zone 1. And out of zone 3, I need to keep the car sideways a little bit longer before I transition, and that will bring me further into the wall at out of zone 4. Try not to leave it too early like I did on the first run, and do a little bit less snappy transition into out of zone 5 because I had some minor corrections there. So just fixing those small things, I hope it can be a good score. So 88 is not bad, but I'm not happy with it. So yeah, I really want to be far up in the 90s. So yeah, let's go.
And if there's ever a man that looked at him and went, oh, hitting the walls, that's what everyone's at. Join me up, sign me up.
Here we go.
Nielsen's got to go for it here. He's another driver that needs a little bit of improvement. He's in the mid-pack at the moment.
No, he's absolutely firing. This is quick. Dave comes down. He's on the throttle nice and early, and he goes wide, and he's absolutely screaming through the circuit so far. No messing around from Oliver Randalu as he now gets into that wall, puts a back bumper up and close and personal with it, crosses through. And this is a fast run from Nielsen as well. Look at the way the car's hop, skipping and jumping across the circuit. Looks for that final outside zone, tags the wall and across the line. That was a
It's a great run.
It was a good run, but there was some moments there where I was like, is he holding on to that car?
Yeah. Let's see what he scores. Or Nielsen gets a 90, moving into 16th position, of course. 90, not a great score. Not a great score anymore.
Mid-pack score
yeah,
now, 90.
Real mid-pack stuff from Oren Nielsen.
We're going to have to think about the scoring now.
What is happening?
So the tension is high. We are trying to learn if Kia did the first place qualification.
Jeg tror han la på mye vinkel, for han trodde han skulle gå hardere I muren. Så bomma han på
So during my qualification run, was coming out of Zone 4, transitioned to Zone 5, and was feeling that the steering wheel was actually locking and I couldn't move it where I wanted, so I made a little correction there. And Mats and the guys, they have been looking at it. And what did you find, Mats?
We did some measurements in the front and we found that the upper arm was on the right side, was actually further in than the left side. So that results in when he's on full lock, he actually hits the lower arm and the sway bar arm. So when he tries to go full lock and do the opposite, he actually hits and it binds.
Yeah.
So hopefully now we've done some measurements and some adjustments. We're checking the clearances now and hopefully it's good.
Nice, good work. Thank you.
You can take this one. Another one.
Thank you.
That's the only place.
Thank you.
Oskar. Ja. Det varmt her. Det varmt, ja. Polakken ikke vant til dette. Sunvisor? No, come on. Don't come in. How are you?
Good.
Good. Perfect. Can I get a picture, please?
You're welcome.
Thanks. Dette her noe jeg ventet på I lang tid. Her sitter jeg med, som Oskar sa, mannen, myten og legenden I levende livet. Hirkala.
Good morning. It's Saturday. Sun is shining. It's very hot. Today is going to be like 32 degrees and the sun is shining. So in the car probably around 60 degrees. So I'm going to be hot. Yeah, wearing this warm stuff. So, but yeah, it's the safety first. So we don't compromise on that. So we are going to do the top 32 practice. On our way to the briefing now to get the details. We know what we want to do. We want to be good in chase and good in lead. So I'm switching to the extreme tires now and just gonna get a feel of it and then start dialing in on the perfect line. Hopefully the steering is okay now. It locked yesterday in qualification on full angle. So yeah, just hoping the car will work good today. Then maybe we can do very good.
So I want to tell you again, if you need a ticket, because some drivers already messaged me.
Så da det inn her, mellom initiering av yttersone 1. Legg deg gjerne på mindre vinkel enn han. Du nesten på topp I boksen. Holde på stimmen hele veien. Ja, og så kan du legge på vinkel når han bremser ned. Legge på vinkel for det som matcher vinkelen hans gjennom. Ja.
So we are ready. The top 32 has begun. I'm battle number 8. Yeah, what can I say? It's incredible hot today. Just trying to keep cool, drink a lot of water. Probably drink 4 to 5 liters already. Going against Oliver Randalu now, and he's super quick. He's a very good driver, so I have to push hard and take controlled risk. Starting to get nervous, but yeah. Let's just have fun. The last couple of rounds have been hard, and we want to go to the final. So let's see how this goes. But nevertheless, we are going to have fun. So let's see.
This one, they're not always going to be that obvious.
No.
As we go to Oliver Randalu versus Oran Nielsen. Well, if you want body panels to collect at the end of the event, both of these guys are always good for it. Oran Nielsen had the car twice on its roof in Sweden. He came back and he's had an engine failure in Riga. And what can he do to just stay on the track here in Germany? Well, he's had a good qualifying session. He's qualified in 21st position, but he's been outdone by Oliver Randalu from Estonia, who's in 12th position in qualifying. This is going to be interesting. I think Nielsen's going to go from this from the off. I think he's got a nothing to lose attitude this year. And that Toyota Soarer, well, it puts another mark on it. What difference is that going to make? Here we go.
Well, the only thing he hasn't collected this season so far, Dave, is a trophy. Oh, and he tags the back bumper of Randalu's car to say, pick up a little bit more speed, buddy. We can go quicker than that. Randalu now absolutely nailing the outside line, but that is opening the door once again for Oran Nielsen to get up close and personal. A little separation, a little thinking there from Oliver Randalu as he waits to dial that car across the track on transition, tags the wall on the bumper. Randalu going wild, and that gives Nielsen the chance to think about things.
Everyone seems to have the car dialed in, so you've got enough time, and obviously with the way the track curves 3 times, you can go on that inner line to catch up. To me, this is a great lead and chase from both of these guys, and I think there's not much to pick apart. I think there's nothing there you would jump in. What the judges are looking for is an obvious mistake to make an easy decision. I don't think that's going to come from this one.
No, I don't think it is. Just trying to break it down, David. I can see Randalu to me makes more mistakes in that lead position as he comes out of this long outside zone 4. He drops out of it ever so slightly. He's a bit wandering and wavering, and Nielsen has to really think about it. You can see him back off ever so slightly and wait for Randalu to set himself up, which he doesn't really do for the last half of the run. You can see once again it tags the wall, it upsets the line, and Nielsen has to back off a little bit, think about it, then dive onto the door, and then really tries to seal the deal across the line.
I don't know if there's that much in this one. I think I'm agreeing with you. It's going to get cooler. But right now they're under pressure, and Nielsen in the lead position has got to go for that big run here, and Randalu's got to get that proximity. Yeah,
look at that big clutch kick off the line, and Nielsen trying to get that car up and gone, and Randalu hunting him down as they go down deep. Up into the wall he goes, and Nielsen trying to keep this one clean and tidy, but he's got Randalu glued to him. Almost takes the back bumper off as Randalu means this one. He's hungry for it. He wants a taste of that champagne off the podium once again as Randalu absolutely buried into the side of that Toyota Supra as he goes wheel to wheel, trading paint with Oran Nielsen. Onto the wall they go, and that was almost a big accident.
Oh, Randalu away from Nielsen to Randalu saying, it's okay, we're all trying super hard, crashing into me, that's fine.
That Oran Nielsen was going to lay down a nice lead line, and Randalu could trust him as they fired down onto the wall. Look at this, Randalu really thought about it. He took the time to think about where he positioned the car. Look at how early he is on that throttle so that he gained that ground and didn't lose Nielsen before the transition. Look at the transition, boom, he touched it with the front wheel on the rear bumper. That was incredible stuff from Oliver Randalu, and that gave him that push, that dive across the circuit, and Nielsen did a really good job in this outside zone. It allowed Randalu off onto the front wheel, and again, bam, back end of Nielsen's car flexes as Randalu pushes him around, tucked into the pocket, and he makes another little dive here, and he kind of tags the front wheel, bam, look at that, almost pushes Nielsen into the wall.
I don't think there's much more in the chase position you can
do. No.
Like, I think he's as close as you can possibly be. I think Nielsen goes on the left foot brake just here at the end, and that slows the car enough that Randalu doesn't expect it, and he hits that front wheel. Now, big thump with the wall.
Gets pinned
and he hits
the wall and the car.
And I think Randalu's thinking, I've done
that
very well, but
mistake,
what happened there? So let's see who's going through to the top 16. It is going to be Oliver Randalu from Estonia. Gets the win. He celebrates. He is ecstatic. And you know what? It's all down to that proximity, up close and personal. That's what we want to see. That's what the judges want to see. If you're rubbing paint without taking out that lead car, you're going to get the win here.
So, weekend ended early here in Germany. Not what I hoped for. Was feeling pretty good. Did what I could in both my lead and chase run, and I said to Andreas that I'm just going to have a lot of fun now, push hard. Made some minor mistakes in my lead run. I was not filling the outer zone 4 completely. Yes, I did the transition a little bit too snappy and too early, so I didn't come completely out to the wall. With that said, the rest of the run was good. In my chase, I was feeling that he didn't push as hard out of the start as I was anticipating, and I quite lost him over the initiation point. Managed to get back on his store, but through the entire course I did not have the proximity that he had. He did an amazing chase run, although he was a little bit on the inside. So I guess we both had fast cars, but I wish my car was a little bit more grippy, so I could jump onto his door through the corners. But what can I say? I'm very happy to have a car that's working after all the struggle. Spent the last weekend in Riga just rebuilding the engine, and now we're here and been driving a lot, had a lot of fun. So now we can just focus on having a good time and get home, drive on a simulator, practice for Poland. I think we're going to come back stronger. I can feel it. We've touched the bottom and now we're going to start climbing again. So yeah, I want to say a huge thanks to my team for the amazing effort all day and through the weekend. It's been incredibly hot, not been easy for anyone. And now, yeah, let's just keep pushing. And a huge thanks to my sponsors for making this possible. Today we are preparing the car for going to Poland, taking the service on the engine and checking the car. Tonight we're gonna enjoy the show, cheer on Kvia. And tomorrow I will head to Poland to park the car and fly back home to do some training on a simulator. Thanks for watching, and subscribe if you like it, and I'll see you next time.